Real Madrid rarely puts elite attackers on the transfer list. So why is Rodrygo, one of their brightest young talents, suddenly available at a reported price of €50 million? His market value is estimated at around €80 million, yet Madrid seems willing to let him go for significantly less. For a club that typically protects the value of its young stars, this raises a critical question. Is selling Rodrygo a sign of poor business, or a calculated move to safeguard the squad's future? Rodrygo's Madrid journey, promise versus reality. Rodrygo arrived at Real Madrid as one of the most promising young Brazilian talents, widely regarded for his explosive pace, technical skills, and ability to make decisive contributions in high-stakes matches. From the very beginning, expectations were sky-high. Fans and pundits alike believed he could develop into one of the club's next long-term stars. In the Champions League, Real Madrid delivered moments of magic that showcased his potential. He scored crucial goals, sometimes single-handedly turning matches in Madrid's favor, and instantly became a fan favorite. These flashes of brilliance, particularly on Europe's biggest stage, seemed to validate the club's investment and justified his place among elite talent. However, despite these high points, Rodrygo never fully secured a consistent starting role at Real Madrid. His journey has been marked by long stretches of inconsistency, where he struggled to replicate his flashes of brilliance on a weekly basis. Tactical shifts and managerial changes further complicated his path. Different coaches have used him in varying positions, sometimes on the left wing, sometimes on the right, and occasionally as a supporting forward, making it difficult for him to establish a stable rhythm. This inconsistency has created a key tension in evaluating Real Madrid. He is undeniably talented, capable of match-winning moments, yet he often fades when consistency is required. Moments win highlights, but consistency wins trust. For a club like Real Madrid, where every player is expected to perform at the highest level week in and week out, this has been the defining challenge of Rodrygo's tenure. The inconsistency problem. One of the main challenges in evaluating Real Madrid is his inconsistency on the pitch. While he has the talent to change games in an instant, his performances are often streaky, with goal output that fluctuates dramatically from match to match. There are periods when he looks unstoppable, creating chances, scoring, and dazzling defenders. Yet, just as frequently, he struggles to make a meaningful impact, especially in high-pressure league matches or against top-tier opponents, where Madrid needs reliability the most. Tactically, Rodrygo faces additional hurdles that amplify this inconsistency. On the left wing, he often competes with Vinicius Jr., one of the world's most dominant wide attackers. This limits his freedom and space, preventing him from fully expressing the pace and dribbling ability that make him dangerous. Rodrygo is also not a natural central forward or focal point, meaning he struggles when asked to lead the attack or operate as the main goal threat. Deploying him on the right wing can further restrict his influence, as it is not his most instinctive position and can neutralize his attacking instincts. The result is a player who is undeniably talented but highly system-dependent. Rodrygo thrives when the team's rhythm and tactics suit his style, but he can struggle when the structure does not provide him with space, freedom, or consistent opportunities. In a club like Real Madrid, where adaptability is key but immediate impact is expected, this rhythm sensitivity has become a defining factor in assessing his role and value. The €80 million versus €50 million gap. What changed? Real Madrid was once valued at approximately €80 million, reflecting his age, pedigree, and undeniable potential. He is still an elite young talent, capable of moments of brilliance that few players can replicate. However, recent reports suggest that Real Madrid is now willing to let him go for around €50 million, a significant drop that has raised eyebrows among fans and pundits alike. The reasons behind this valuation drop are rooted in both tactical and financial logic. Despite his talent, Rodrygo has struggled to consistently secure minutes in a squad packed with elite forwards. Competition from Vinicius Jr., along with other attacking options, has limited his game time and reduced his immediate impact on the pitch. For a club of Madrid's stature, minutes under pressure and inconsistent performances can directly affect a player's market value. Squad congestion also plays a key role. Real Madrid's attacking depth means that retaining Rodrygo might block opportunities for other rising stars or tactical reinforcements in areas of greater need, particularly in midfield. Combined with the risk of further depreciation if his performances remain streaky, the club faces a strategic decision: hold on and gamble on a return to form, or sell now and preserve value. This price reduction should not be seen as panic or a fire sale. Instead, it is an example of calculated asset protection. By adjusting the asking price to €50 million, Real Madrid balances the risk of losing value with the potential benefit of reinvesting the funds in players who can immediately address squad priorities. For a club that operates at the highest level of both competition and financial prudence, this is a pragmatic approach, even when it involves one of their most talented young attackers. Opportunity cost. Keeper cash in? When evaluating Rodrygo, Real Madrid, the financial perspective is just as important as the tactical one. Retaining him in the squad comes with notable costs beyond the pitch. Limited minutes in a highly competitive attacking lineup not only restrict his development but also reduce his overall market value over time. Keeping Rodrygo could inadvertently block squad evolution, preventing Real Madrid from investing in positions that are more urgent for long-term success. On the other hand, selling Rodrygo opens up significant opportunities for the club. A €50 million transfer would provide immediate liquidity that can be reinvested strategically, either to strengthen the squad in key areas or to fund the acquisition of rising stars such as Kobbie Mainoo or João Neves. Additionally, offloading his wages frees financial resources that can be redirected to players who fit the tactical blueprint more consistently, creating both flexibility and efficiency in squad planning. From a financial standpoint, every season Rodrygo remains without consistent growth represents a lost opportunity for Real Madrid to maximize their leverage. Selling now is not just about recouping value, it's about preserving the club's long-term strategic advantage. In elite football, opportunity cost is a powerful factor, and Real Madrid's management is clearly weighing it carefully when considering Rodrygo's future. The reinvestment logic. Mainoo or João Neves. If Real Madrid decides to sell Rodrygo, the club could redirect the funds toward addressing one of its most pressing needs: midfield renewal. While the squad boasts attacking depth, the midfield is entering a transitional phase. With the Cruz legacy gap widening and Modric approaching the end of his tenure, Madrid requires players capable of controlling tempo, maintaining structural balance, and ensuring the team's future competitiveness. Two names stand out as prime candidates for reinvestment: Kobbie Mainoo and João Neves. Kobbie Mainoo is a press-resistant, mature midfielder with the potential to become a long-term core for Real Madrid. His composure on the ball and tactical intelligence make him ideal for a team that values control and flexibility. João Neves, on the other hand, brings intensity, ball recovery, and structural balance, traits that allow Madrid to dominate transitions and safeguard defensive stability while supporting attacking outlets. This contrast highlights a crucial strategic point. Real Madrid has a surplus of attacking talent, yet the midfield remains a scarcity. Selling Rodrygo not only preserves financial value but also creates the opportunity to strengthen the spine of the team, ensuring that the club is future-ready. The takeaway is clear. Rodrygo Real Madrid is optional, but midfielders who control the game are indispensable. In elite football, squad balance often outweighs individual flashes of brilliance, and this reinvestment logic underscores Madrid's long-term vision. Why this isn't a failure? It's a timing call. Selling Rodrygo, Real Madrid should not be viewed as a failure or a judgment on his talent. On the contrary, he remains a highly skilled player capable of producing moments of brilliance. The reality is that Real Madrid's evolution as a squad has simply outgrown him. Tactical demands, positional competition, and the club's shifting priorities mean that his role, while valuable at times, is no longer essential for the team's core strategy. Making the decision to sell now offers several strategic benefits. First, it preserves the player's market value, preventing further depreciation that could occur if his minutes and influence remain limited. Second, it avoids the sunk cost bias, a common pitfall where clubs hold onto players because of past investment rather than current utility. Finally, it aligns the squad with the club's future tactical needs, particularly in strengthening the midfield and maintaining balance across the team. This approach reflects strategic detachment, not rejection. By carefully timing the sale of Rodrygo, Real Madrid ensures that both the player and the club can maximize their potential. It is a calculated move designed to protect value and enhance long-term squad performance, demonstrating the club's commitment to intelligent asset management while remaining competitive at the highest level. Final grade and verdict. After analyzing Rodrygo, Real Madrid from both a tactical and financial perspective, it becomes clear why his current trajectory earns a grade of 4 out of 10, a depreciating asset. While he remains undeniably talented and capable of producing match-defining moments, Rodrygo is no longer an essential figure in Real Madrid's evolving squad. His inconsistent impact, limited minutes, and positionally constrained role mean that his overall value is trending downward rather than appreciating. At elite clubs like Real Madrid, sentiment alone cannot dictate decisions. Talent is only part of the equation. Strategic alignment, squad balance, and financial prudence carry equal weight. As such, preserving value and optimizing resources often outweighs loyalty to a single player. In the case of Rodrygo, the verdict is clear. He remains a remarkable talent, but one whose long-term utility for Real Madrid is diminishing. Closing line. At elite clubs, sentiment costs more than mistakes, and strategic timing defines success. What do you think about Rodrygo, Real Madrid's situation? Is a €50 million transfer a bargain for one of Europe's most talented young wingers, or does it signal a misjudgment by the club? Should Real Madrid sell now to protect value, or wait another season to see if his consistency improves? And where could Rodrygo thrive the most, PSG, Arsenal, or Liverpool? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and join the conversation. If you enjoyed this in-depth analysis of Rodrygo, Real Madrid, make sure to like this video and subscribe to HalaDNA for more elite financial, tactical, and transfer breakdowns that every true Madridista needs.